Yo, it's your boy Shaman Truth here. I'm finna drop these two videos real quick. Might be like 2-3 minutes each. So what I'm getting is we're being sent in to destroy the enemy, is what the Great Mother is saying. You have to play a certain type of face, and you have to infiltrate the enemy, just like how they've been infiltrating us. But you got to be smart about it. Like James Brown. Shout out James Brown. James Bond, Hitman, Mission Impossible, COINTEL, infiltrating CIA, things like that. Infiltrating government to destabilize the crooked motherfuckers. We do this everywhere. Primordial beings do this shit. We have primordial beings in the government to keep the government balanced in a way where they're not infringing on every and anybody. We do this in the CIA to make sure that the CIA don't come at certain motherfuckers. Because if they do that, the whole world will turn to shit. But the Great Mother and your true divine warrior ancestors, they're telling me that you got to play in the enemy face, and you got to give them that juju. You have to let them know that I'm not the one to be played with. Because it's getting to the point where your ancestors are getting pissed off. When you got your ancestors looking at you being pissed off, like you're not doing nothing about this, that means you have to take matters in your own hands. When you got your angels around you and they only come down unless you call them, you do some magic, you send them out, or if it's like the life or death situation. And they're looking at you like, hey man, you gonna take care of this? This kind of like a nigga on the block, a nigga slap you. They're like, nigga, you gonna take care of that? You can't be always looking at your divine spiritual team to take care of certain things when they know you are capable of doing it. When you're capable of doing it, they'll sit back until you wake the fuck up. Because I had old job back in the day. Motherfuckers was attacking me, doing all type of shit. Until I took my energy back, took my power back, that's when shit ramped up. That's when they got rid of me because they wasn't able to calm me and do that other shit they were doing. But I had to cut up. And that's what's going on right now for us. Like, some of us gotta play in front of the enemy face like we're cool. Man, that's you give their ass roots. Now, roots ain't a bad thing. Now, you speaking to somebody that's ordained to do this shit. Magic runs through my blood. So for me, it ain't bad. I can't say that for everybody. But certain niggas got that right to utilize magic. But you gotta destabilize the enemy. So I'm gonna just give you an example. Motherfucker, you know these people dirty, grimy. Nigga, you know what you do? Nigga, I'm not even gonna say too much. But it's simple. It's simple. Put two and two together. How you gonna infiltrate these motherfuckers? You just gotta show them what type of person you is. Because you gotta utilize that dark energy. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you just leave things alone, but when you got somebody under your nose thinking they slick, that's another thing. Now that nigga down the street, they'll call you a bitch and threaten to kill you, shit like that. You ain't gotta worry about that. He getting taken care of. But when you got a little tie with somebody and they playing under your nose, they don't like that. They want you to take care of that. Because that's a lesson that you must go through. Yeah, they can clean them out the way, but then again, they want you to do it yourself sometimes. Trust me. A true divine warrior, yeah, they want you to take care of some of that. The only way to do that is you gotta, there's a certain way to do it. I don't want to tell you how to do it because it's sacred. It's sacred. But I can tell you that they're telling us that we gotta infiltrate the enemy. We gotta infiltrate these people. We gotta go in their base and destroy it. That's the download that I'm getting. Can't be afraid. You don't want to show off your card. You don't want to retaliate. Just sometimes you gotta play nice. Sometimes you gotta fucking play nice, and then that's when you get them. Just like how they get you. That's how you get them, though. but you don't want to be too forgiving. Like, trust me, you don't get nowhere doing that. Like, some of us are sent here to be walking karma. Somebody does something to you, you have the ability to do something to them and not have any karma attached to it. As long as it's upright, as long as you keeping it in the spiritual matters, you're not hurting them physically unless you're defending yourself. That's different. If they're trying to attack you physically, but you gotta, I'm gonna keep it a step, you gotta attack them spiritually. Don't let these people off the hook. Yeah, don't let these people off the hook. I've been chill. Like when I got to do, clean out the enemy, just know I go full fledged in the spiritual realm. That's why I don't like getting in that mode, because when I get in that mode, nigga, I'm playing Playboy Cardi. I'm playing that music that's gonna turn me up. And the best way to amplify, I guess you could say war magic. The best way to amplify war magic is hip hop. The same shit that they're using to fuck up our aura can be the same shit that can boost us up in a certain type of vibration. Believe it or not, shout out to Rod Hayes. What did he say? Use what the enemy is using to oppress you and use it to raise yourself up. He said something like that along those lines. And what he basically saying, like, they try to use jobs to oppress you. So once you get the job to rise up, and then you get the job to destabilize the job. If you know what I'm saying, make that job crumble. So you use that music to amplify your mood, and you amplify your magic. Well, what you do, it works. But you don't listen to it when you're trying to be chill. No, you listen to it when you know what type of time you want. You don't just listen to it, because that's not good. That ain't good to just be listening to that shit. But when you on war magic, when you on war mode, it's good to listen to that hip hop shit. Yeah. Real good. You know that hip hop shit, like some of that hip hop music's positive, but you know that Playboy Cardi, that motherfucking the baby, niggas talking about switches and drills, and it's just war music. So don't look at it like negative. It's war music. It's just gonna amplify your war magic for the divine warrior. Now, if you're a dark practitioner that's just trying to hurt people that got a high vibration, that shit is not gonna work. You're not upright to even utilize the energy for that. It only works for the divine beings, but they're telling us we gotta go within enemy lines and destabilize the enemy. Destabilize the enemy, if that's a word. Destabilize their whole foundation. You have to infiltrate the enemy's lines covertly. Yeah, there you go. Because, there's only so much the ancestors and your true divine team would do until they like, bro, you got the power to do better than us because you're actually down there. And you got the spiritual power, so sometimes they just want us to take it in our own hands. Well, that's your boy Shaman Truth. I just had to drop that for the people. Don't be afraid to, attack the enemy when you know these people are out to get you and they're projecting. And they're going to think again for trying you. They're going to think again. They're not going to try that shit again. I can guarantee you that. It's your boy Shaman Truth. I'm out. If you guys want to send a cash donation to my Cash App, my Cash App is money sign, all lower cases, EJJIFISKER 1. The number 1, goddamn. If you want to hit my email up, shamantruths@gmail.com. And if you want to check my music out, E.G. Fisker, all platforms. But that's your boy. I'm out. Peace.